So hello, what's up guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to make a color changing cube with the help of your HTML and CSS. If you want the source code, it is present in the portfolio. The link of the portfolio is available in the about section of the YouTube or the description of this video. So let's get started. So let's start our code by writing the HTML boilerplate code. Give the title color changing cube. Changing cube. Link the CSS file, which is very important. Here the CSS file have been linked. Let's go ahead, make a class container. In that class container, make another one class cube. Now make a div in that cube. In that div, take a span tag. Give the styling to the span tag. Style minus I is to 3. Now replicate it 2 times. Change the text from 1, 2 and 3. Save it. And give this style to the div. Minus x. Okay, minus x is to -1, comma minus y is to 0. Now copy this div 3 times. Second, third part, change this -1, write here 0 and here +1. Save it. Now we have to copy this cube tag 3 times. Replicate it 3 times. 1, 2 and 3. Just save it. Now let's go to the CSS page. In the CSS page, we have to give the first margin 0 to the web page. To the web page, we have to give the margin 0, padding 0, box sizing, border box. Save it. Save it. Reload to the page. Here you can see here the title have been changed. Let's go ahead to the CSS. Now let's take the body tag. In the body tag, we have to give the display flex, justify content center, align item center, minimum height of 100 VH, background of hash 25335B. Save it. Here background color have been changed. Now let's go ahead to the class container. Give the styling to the class container. Position will be relative of the container. Top -80 pixel. Transform skew at y direction. Transform skew in the y direction of -20 degree. Now let's go to the cube by crawling in the container dot container dot cube. In the cube, we have to give the position relative z index of 2. Now let's go to the nth child of cube dot container dot cube. To the cube, we have to give the nth child. First we will take the second child. The z index of the second child will be 1 and the transition of we have to translate SLA translate from -60 pixel to 60 pixel minus 60 pixel to minus 60 pixel. Save it. Let's go ahead to the child number 3. Copy this part and paste it. Now we have to give the CSS for child number 3 of cube. The z index of the child number 3 will be 3, and there will be positive 60 pixel to positive 60 pixel. Save it. Now let's go ahead to the class container. Dot cube dot div. We have to call near the div tag. The position of the div tag will be absolute. The display will be flex. Display flex. For flex direction column, flex direction will be column, gap of 30 pixel. It should be translate by calculating minus 70 pixel multiply by variance of minus x. Copy this part and paste it here. And again calculate with minus 60 pixel in the direction of y. Save it. Now let's go ahead. Now we have to go near the span dot container dot cube div span. In the span tag, the position of the span tag will be relative. Display will be inline block. Width will be 50 pixel. Height will be 50 pixel. Background color will be hash DC means the shade of the white color. Now let's go ahead. We will give the z index by calculating cal 1 multiply by variance of I direction. Save it. Now we will give the transition variance of I. We have to give the transition of 1.5 second. Let's go to the another tab. After hovering this dot container dot cube div span. After hovering the span tag, we have to change the color. Transition will be 0 seconds. Background will be background hash EF4149. Save it. You can see here the color effect have been transferred here. Now let's go ahead. We have to give some filter of drop shadow 0 0 30 pixel hash EF4149. Save it. As you can see here, the shadow of W box have been appeared. Now copy this and paste below this curly hover. We have to give the before tag. Before the content will be empty string, position will be absolute, left minus 40 pixel, width will be 40 pixel, save it, height will be 100%, and background will be hash triple F, means a white color. Now transform origin, right, save it. Now transform skew in y direction at the angle of 45 degree, save it. You can see here it have been bent from here at the angle of 45 degree. The transition of 1.5 seconds, transition 1.5 seconds, save it. Okay, now let's go ahead, take the class container, another class cube, div, now span. In the upward we have taken the before, now we have to take after. The content will be empty string, top will be, now the position will be absolute, top will be minus 40 pixel, left will be 0, width will be 100%, height will be of 40 pixel, background hash triple F, save it. Now transform origin below bottom, now transform skew in the x direction, transform skew in x direction at the angle of 45 degree. Now we have to take the transition of 1.5 seconds, save it. You can see the box have been appeared. Now we have to go ahead for the class dot container dot cube div span. With the hover we have to give the after tag, after the transition of 0 seconds, background of hash f1 4e55, save it. Okay, you can see here. Now for changing the color we have to give the CSS in the upward. For the container we have to give the CSS animation animate, animation animate, animate 5 seconds, linear gradient, linear infinite, 5 seconds, linear infinite. Now we have to use the @ keyframes, keyframes, copy this upward class and paste it after the @ keyframes. Add the 0%, the filter, U rotate will be at the angle of 0 degree, and when it comes to the 100%, the filter U rotate will be angle of 360 degree. Just save it. Now you can see here that the color of the cubes are changing. Now let's go to some HTML file. If there is any mistake, because there are only 2 rows, let's go to the CSS file. Check it here. Oh, here child 2, here we have to give the child 3. Save it. Now you can see the project is ready. So please like our video, share it, and don't forget to subscribe it.